Hi, my name is Elizabeta and I'm ESR 6. In my case, the most relevant cooperation and network opportunities at international level came from my secondment at Karolinska Institute in Stockholm in Sweden, where I have conducted a significant part of my doctoral project during almost a year-long stay. This was an exceptional opportunity that expanded both my scientific views and professional network, and put me in contact with numerous both Swedish and international professionals working there. But moreover, my research team in Sweden had strong ongoing collaboration with the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill in the United States. So my stay in Sweden allowed me to connect with researchers there and establish additional valuable professional contacts. In addition to expanding my professional and scientific network, during this international experience, I have expanded also a network of colleagues among the fellow PhD students, of which some become my very good and lifelong friends. So I would say that the international experience definitely expanded my network of colleagues and collaborators and also expanded my horizons. I definitely recommend similar path within Marie Skłodowska-Curie program to other young researchers based on my super positive experience. So first of all, I would say that Marie Skłodowska-Curie program provides a generous research budget that allows performance of world-class research on leading universities and institutes across Europe. But there is also a separate budget for project dissemination and publishing. So this allowed me to participate and present my results in several big international conferences in and outside the borders of Europe, and also to publish my results in world-leading scientific journals. I would also add that Marie Skłodowska-Curie actions encourage open access publishing, which I see as another advantage that makes our research publicly and widely available to the whole population. The second reason why I see Marie Skłodowska-Curie action programs highly beneficial for young researchers is that these types of PhD programs are usually dynamic and involve cooperation between different universities, which is an opportunity to expand our horizons between several different institutions. For example, I did a rotation between 2 universities in Italy and 1 in Sweden, which allowed me to expand my research project with other scientific approaches and also to establish new professional contacts. Moreover, there is also compulsory collaboration with industry, through which we got an insight into industrial and commercial dimension of our research, and we got new ideas about the project that we were not thinking of before. So overall, I would say that such an experience allows a young person to gain different perspectives and broaden horizons, which could significantly impact future career. Finally, I would like to mention that our doctoral programs and Marie Skłodowska-Curie programs in general usually entail various non-scientific workshops and summer schools about possibilities in science outside academic research. For instance, our repeat program included a summer school on business planning fundamentals, where we got an insight into business opportunities in life science and how to exploit our research results in commercial opportunities. Other than that, for example, second repeat annual meeting included scientific officers from EU scientific agencies and bodies that gave interesting talks about career opportunities in science outside the academic research, which was really great because we got an insight in numerous opportunities that exist in our field that are science related but are not strictly research, that could also be a potential for our future career. So overall, I definitely recommend similar opportunities to young researchers from Europe and abroad. The main outcomes, so the main results of my research project, was identification of novel molecular biomarkers for eating disorders such as anorexia nervosa and binge eating disorders and obesity. We have particularly focused our attention on endocannabinoid and opioid neurotransmitter systems, which are well known for their implication in the regulation of energy balance and food hedonia, so this refers to pleasurable aspect of feeding. We were particularly interested how can environment modulate gene function in these systems. So we studied the transcriptional regulation of these components via epigenetic mechanisms. So these are the mechanisms that can affect gene activity, so the expression of the gene, without altering the DNA sequence of the organism. Therein, we identified modulation of gene encoding cannabinoid receptor type 1 via DNA methylation mechanism as a potential biomarker for anorexia nervosa, which was exactly oppositely modulated in the condition of obesity, which is in fact by symptoms a disease opposed to anorexia nervosa. In the context of binge eating disorder, on the other hand, we have found epigenetic modulation of fatty acid amide hydrolase gene, which is a gene encoding enzyme involved in the metabolism of endocannabinoids, via histone acetylation to be significantly altered in this eating disorder. So overall, we suggest that the mentioned genes as novel biomarkers for eating disorders and obesity, which, due to the reversible nature of epigenetic hallmark, can open potential for new environmental strategies of intervention. So in the recent times, this central dogma of molecular biology has been challenged, and now today we know that not everything was predisposed by our DNA, so our genome can be modulated by environment, so by external outputs. And therefore, we suggest novel therapeutic approaches for these disorders and diseases based on the environmental factors. So I consider my research to be great for three main reasons. First of all, we expanded knowledge about eating disorders and obesity and identified novel biomarkers for this condition. This could help in developing novel pharmaceutical approaches, so novel therapies, based on the environmental factors. And this could eventually be life-saving for people suffering from these conditions, knowing that anorexia nervosa is the most fatal psychiatric disorder, so it has the highest mortality rate among all the psychiatric disorders, while obesity is commonly accompanied by other fatal conditions such as cardiovascular and metabolic complications, which could also be fatal. So I could be glad if our research leads or just helps in development of novel therapies for these conditions. Second, our research was published in open access journals, which made our results publicly available to the whole human population. And third of all, I believe our research was great because it was performed by the world-leading researchers in the field, so with lots of expertise and motivation. And I was in fact, as a student, honored to learn from all these experts. So overall, I believe that expertise, along with the motivation and passion for work, contributes to a great success. Bye everyone, see you soon!